When everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. Losing faith, whether in oneself, in the path one has chosen, or in life in general, is a deeply human experience. It often arises from overwhelming challenges, setbacks, or persistent failures. When we face circumstances that feel insurmountable, it's easy to let go of our belief in progress, success, or even the future. This loss of faith can lead to a sense of stagnation, hopelessness, and even despair, making it harder to regain motivation and move forward. The quote by Henry Ford offers a metaphor that can help us reframe how we view adversity. Much like an airplane that takes off against the wind, human progress often happens through resistance, not in its absence. This powerful image reminds us that challenges are not signs that we are failing, but rather that we are in the process of becoming stronger, gaining altitude, and preparing for the journey ahead. The struggle we feel when facing headwinds is not the end. It is the prelude to flight. Adversity, much like the wind that an airplane must face, is a force that can feel overwhelming. It pushes against us, sometimes making it feel as though all our efforts are in vain. Yet adversity is also one of the most powerful teachers we encounter in life. Just as the airplane's engines must work harder to lift off against the wind, we too often discover our true strength and capabilities when we are met with resistance. This resistance challenges us to reevaluate our approach, to develop resilience, and to recognize our own capacity to overcome obstacles. If we expect life to move forward smoothly, without difficulty or setbacks, we may quickly lose hope when things don't go as planned. However, by recognizing that adversity is a natural part of growth, we can begin to see our struggles in a different light. Rather than viewing them as barriers, we can view them as the winds that help lift us higher. When someone is losing faith, one of the greatest barriers to regaining it is a narrow perspective. It's easy to become consumed by the immediate challenges we face, to feel that the difficulties of the present moment are all that there is. This tunnel vision often leads to feelings of being stuck or powerless. The key, however, is recognizing that the current moment is not the full picture. It's only one chapter in a much longer journey. The airplane metaphor encourages us to zoom out, to take a broader view of our situation. Just as a pilot knows that the wind is part of the takeoff, we can remind ourselves that challenges are part of the process of achieving our goals. It is important to maintain faith, not only in the possibility of success, but also in our ability to navigate through the turbulence. This broader perspective helps us recognize that setbacks are temporary and that the winds of difficulty are often what propel us toward our true potential. One of the most transformative ways to regain faith is by learning how to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than as threats to our progress. When we're in the midst of adversity, it's natural to feel disheartened or to question whether we're on the right path. However, many of the greatest accomplishments in history have been the result of individuals facing and overcoming significant challenges. Take Henry Ford, for example. His journey to becoming a successful Entrepreneur was not without failure. He faced multiple setbacks, including business failures and public skepticism. Yet instead of giving up, he used each obstacle as an opportunity to learn and improve. Ford understood that adversity was part of the process, and it was this understanding that ultimately allowed him to revolutionize the automobile industry. Similarly, when we face challenges, we are presented with opportunities to learn, adapt, and become more resilient. Each setback can teach us something valuable about ourselves, our goals, and the path we are on. Rather than viewing adversity as a signal to abandon hope, we can begin to see it as a necessary part of our journey, a test of our resolve and a chance to grow. When we lose faith, it's often because we expect immediate results or quick success. We live in a world that values instant gratification, and when progress feels slow or non-existent, it's easy to become discouraged. However, just as it takes time for an airplane to reach cruising altitude, it takes time for us to see the results of our efforts. Faith is not just about believing in the destination. It's about trusting in your ability to navigate the winds of life and reach your full potential.